I was like, you can't even see it.
It takes 36 seconds to jingle all the logos. Discount Megamon. Never, ever, ever touch yourself right here in public, especially while holding a small child. Oh, I see. Striking a huge bomb forcefully with a blunt object actually diffuses it. Damn it, Jamie. That bowl of popcorn is huge. There was zero excuse to have that flowing over onto the table. I don't think Turbo Man would approve of your lack of focus on snack placement.
But Dad's not home yet. He misses everything.
Hey, you think you have problems with your paternity in this movie? Stick around for a few years, kid. Also, father is too busy at work to properly care for his child in a Christmas movie cliche. Did we learn nothing from the Santa Claus?
No,
I know
no,
office Christmas parties can get out of hand and stuff, but these people are having way too much fun. This is like Courtney B. Vance's character after he got hosed with the cocaine cannon. Not how you spell warehouse.
Don't you forget, you're my #1 customer.
God damn, I hate this character. I hate him so much that I'd rather see Sinbad win this movie. Yo, how big is this dojo? They're handing out so many belts today, it looks like they're training the army in the League of Shadows.
Ted, I baked you some cookies. You know, to thank you for fixing my screen door.
And you brought them to a belt test at a karate school? Why wouldn't you just drop them off at his house? Or at the very least, leave them in the car and deliver in the parking lot?
I'm gonna make it.
The hell is up with this premature celebration? He knows what time it is, and that the ceremony has already started. Wait, why was the cop sitting in traffic? Cops never sit in traffic. This delay is presumably because of an accident, so why isn't he up there helping clear the road?
I didn't make it.
Obviously, but also he knows he didn't make it if it's late enough that the entire gym is cleared out.
What the hell are you doing on my roof?
The better question is how you didn't see him while driving up or exiting the car to go into the house.
And on top of that, I got a speeding ticket.
No, you got a ticket for being one of those cocknobs that take the shoulder while everyone else is waiting in traffic, wearing your tennis shoes in bed.
Purple's important.
Yeah, no, I give that sin for real.
That's 1 away from green and 3 away from black.
Not really selling the importance, kid.
Whoever doesn't can be a real loser.
Well, it definitely won't be you.
Thanks, Dad.
Buying off your kid. Look, I don't care what the ultimate lesson of this movie is. This is some terrible messaging right here about winning a kid's love.
Doll.
Yeah, the Turbo Man doll. I asked you to pick one up 2 weeks ago.
Not to harp on Liz too much, because the movie is making it appear that she's essentially a single mother, but she knows how forgetful and unreliable her husband is. So there's no way this would be the first time she would remind him about it. In fact, I don't understand why she didn't just pick it up herself 2 weeks ago.
That doll. Of course.
Here's the problem with this movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger actively attempting to comedically act. God bless it for trying. And I know he had some moments in Twins and Kindergarten Cop, but those seemed more accidental. Here he's trying way too hard, and it's as cringy as him trying to explain what happened with his maid a few years ago. Kissing Tom Hanks' wife. Jingle actually has this balance of a breakfast. Fresh poured OJ, scrambled eggs, and milk, along with the requisite Turbo Man cereal. This is a goddamn commercial.
It's Christmas Eve. You can't be going to the office.
What? I know people do some holidaying on Christmas Eve, but the whole thing is that Christmas Day is Christmas. Sure, Howard has been working hard like an asshole, but he's also a bigwig at a major company, so how's he not going to get into the office at least a little while on Christmas fucking Eve?
Sure, I have to pick up the DOLL.
If Jamie can't spell the word doll, this family has more important issues than Howard being a neglectful father.
This year, Turbo Man's gonna be there.
Parade shadowing. What the hell is that cereal all about? It looks like Nilla wafers and bananas. I'm not even saying that would taste bad,
Nilla
but I'm not
wafers.
buying that it would be a cereal either.
I've been watching a family of deer down by Lake Minnetonka.
I'm sure they've been fully purified then.
I got a Turbo Man for Johnny months ago. It's nestled safely under our tree.
God, are we supposed to like any of these characters? Ted is an asshole, Howard's an asshole, even the kid is kind of an asshole. Give me someone to root for, movie.
We are being set up by rich and powerful toy cartel.
Toy-anon. Also, the cartoons in the 80s were
Toy-anon.
thinly disguised commercials for toys, for sure. But by the 90s, the animated shows were purely made with no multi-platform profitability in mind, like Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Pokemon. Wait.
They spend billions of dollars on TV advertisement, and then they sit there and use subliminal messages to suck your children's minds out.
This is supposed to come off as crazy, but we did just witness Jamie a few scenes ago recite a Turbo Man TV commercial verbatim.
And then when you get the toy, it breaks.
No one will be seated while Sinbad works out his material for the next several months of Vegas shows during this movie. Looking at a stranger.
The Turbo Man dolls. They're all gone.
I swear to God, this is what counts as actual dialogue in this movie. This movie is the opposite of show don't tell. It's tell and shout while you're at it.
These guys are looking for a Turbo Man?
If they're completely sold out, and they have been for some time, why are the giant f***ing displays still up?
This is war.
They would still have those up
This
at
works.
stores.
Hey, ladies!
This is definitely the worst Beastie Boys cover I've ever heard. Montage has got a montage, I guess, but aren't there f***ing Walmarts and Targets in Minneapolis? Those should be the first place he looks, instead of the boutique stuff. If there's one thing we can take away from this interminable sequence, it's that retail workers are dicks during the holidays, and probably rightfully so, but dicks they are. I know the kid wanted the action figure, but what about offering to buy the display instead of assaulting it? That would be rad in a kid's room that was obsessed with his character.
True.
Go on. You deserve it.
God damn, this character can eat reindeer for all the unsolicited moves he puts on Howard's wife.
Dad's got everything under control.
Talking in the third person. Payphones. What is up with this movie's insistence on
we don't see
extreme
those
close-ups?
anymore.
I'm sure the makeup department did an excellent job, but I don't need to see every pore on Arnold Schnoz.
You and I, we're the same kind of person, ain't we?
I sort of doubt that.
That's racist. If you're shooting in Minneapolis, you're required to shoot at Mall of America. I think that's in the Constitution and everything. This bullshit right here. Look, I worked at a mall during the height of the Beanie Baby craze, and I had to fight off dozens of middle-aged women that rushed the gate as soon as we opened at 9 a.m., and it was not right. So, for reminding me of that fucking moment in my life, I'm going to award this movie, I don't know, 36.
No way. Come on.
Sinbad glows here. It's apparently got a lottery ball that, given the chaos in the store, doesn't mean jack fucking shit. And I hate this movie even more than I remember. I would say that this is the most ridiculous scene in a mall that Arnold Schwarzenegger has been involved in, but I would have to ignore the mall brawl in Commando. I'm not that strong of a person. This ball chasing scene goes on for some time. I haven't seen someone chasing balls this hard since the last Miley Cyrus video. That poorly constructed bridge for children to play on is still standing after a former Mr. Universe jumps on it. This mom is rightfully concerned about the grown man going for her daughter, but she should also be concerned about the obvious choking hazard her daughter has just ingested a few seconds ago.
You want a Turbo Man for Christmas?
I'm not buying for a second that a mall Santa on Christmas fucking Eve would have a line of kids with parents who wait until the last minute to do all their Christmas wrapping all the way around to the nearest Wetzel pretzel. Dogs in costumes.
All right. Keep your hands where
That's
you
the
can see
sin.
'em.
Okay.
Courtney Thorne Smith's comment to Jim Belushi every day on the set of According to Jim somehow made its way into this movie.
That'll be $300.
I get that Santa Belushi didn't want to discuss the dollar figure in the mall, but never came up on the drive to the Santa sweatshop.
Nothing but a bunch of sleazy con men in red suits.
This movie's dumb.
I'm gonna deck your halls, bub.
Damn, the last time a mall Santa said this to me, I ended up not being able to right for a week. I know these Santas have taken umbrage against Howard's insults, but this is Christmas Eve, man. Don't they have much more pressing matters to attend to?
I wish my dad did stuff like this.
Dad envy.
Cause, Dad, when someone makes a promise, they definitely should keep it.
It's not Jake Lloyd's fault, obviously, but the writers turned this kid into the most obnoxious, overbearing, whiny little bastard since that freckle-faced asshole and problem child. What is with this one finger? And then you get coffee. This is weirder than just asking for a beer in a movie and no one ever asks what kind.
I was the hero then.
But after that, I got cast in this studio project Stallone wanted to put together, and even then, I only got a fucking cameo.
You say you've been looking everywhere for a Turbo Man doll?
Wow, this magical radio magically increases the volume whenever it's in the mood for some magical exposition. Man, this diner is
Magical
You can
radio.
drink openly at the counter, f up the payphone, fight and break, and even get free coffee.
Hey, look, you guys, the radio station's just 2 blocks down on Wabasha.
But how does that help them? The radio announcer said the first caller with the right answer. By the time they get down there, someone else would have called in and won.
Yes.
I mean, they won't have in this movie, but that doesn't make it any less bull.
I tried to be your teammate. I wanted to be your friend, but no! You had other plans.
I don't know how many stimulants were in circulation around 1996, but I guarantee you at least 75% of them went to this movie set. Yep, close enough. Roll credits. This many cops in response to a DJ's distress call? Everyone survives this.
Only the cop has.
Man, if it's
the
this easy
smoke
to
and
trigger the
stuff on
vocal
him.
response, Johnny must have known what he was getting for the last 2 months. This Christmas Carol can eat a. It's all predicated on wishing the recipient a Merry Christmas, then they go right into the demand for pudding. The song. Ear. Arnold Schwarzenegger went up to Brian Levant and said, "Hey, remember how that squirrel chase was in Christmas Vacation?" And Levant said, "Yeah, that was the worst ever." And Arnie said, "Well, let's do that, but with the reindeer." And then Levant said, "Genius!" And then they showed each other they're doing this to put a fire out. How stupid is this executive of a successful company supposed to be?
I've been listening to your version of the truth for far too long now.
Oh, good. We're finally at the protagonist fight before the final act of the movie cliche.
Ted, would you drive us?
Of course.
And Ted's Rita Wilson boner must be super intense if he's willing to neglect all of the destruction to his house to drive her to a Christmas Eve parade. Where the f*** did this drawing come from? It's not the same one that just made Howard tear up a second ago.
It's time I start keeping my promises.
Yes, if I do this one single act of something for my son, I'm sure it'll undo years of abandonment issues he's endured.
The parade's already
This is
started.
one thing.
Yeah, what's up with that? They've been jacked up about this parade all day, and they don't know what time it began?
Hey, we'll meet you there.
Yeah.
And don't go wandering off.
And we're not going to check with Owen's parents to make sure they don't care to watch both of you because we're assholes. Who the hell is running this thing? can't put Bert and Ernie, Leo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Snoopy, Gumby, Barbie, and whoever the these robots are, and Sonic the Hedgehog right in the same area. You gotta spread that out. Who tries to win back my goodwill by inserting Paddington into the parade? I'm here to say movie is way too late. Who gets that excited about Cat in the Hat? Even Mike Myers' kids don't give a about that character.
Can you just take 4th Street?
Sorry, pal, all the roads are packed. Everybody's trying to get to the parade.
But Ted literally just pulled right up to it. So which path did he take to get to the parade? Also, do the Langstons not have a second vehicle? We know Howard is never around, so is Liz transporting Jamie on a bicycle? Or maybe she uses the chopper. Many minutes of cartoonish cat and mouse chasing, despite it having all to do with the central storyline. Sure, Howard seems like the type of dude who wouldn't react if several strange guys started forcibly removing his clothes in a darkened warehouse.
And you should know, the doctor said Pete actually showed some brain activity this morning. Yeah, that's a really good sign.
This
And that little boy or girl will be the lucky winner of a special edition Turbo Man doll.
Jesus Christ, me in the ass with his doll business. Howard's a dad and a bad husband, but because he can fit into the Turbo Man suit, he'll eventually win back his family's love. I hate this movie so hard, I want to give it an atomic wedgie and a swirly at the same time. Can someone tell me what the purpose is of the trampolining cop?
Jamie! He knows my name.
And this doesn't raise a red flag for Liz. I know people give Howard but I think Liz is a worse parent.
Go ahead.
Yes, go ahead and run up to that strange man in a skin-tight latex suit that wants to give you a toy.
How did you know my name?
How can you not tell that it's your father when you're standing this close to him? Myron, who's a f***ing mailman, by the way, is able to shoot a zip line across the street, slide down it, and stick the landing.
Myron? That's right, Turtle Man. Thought you could outsmart me.
But how would Myron know that Howard was in the Turbo Man suit?
You know what? Nobody likes you, Booster. Oh, wow!
We don't like you.
Mascot abuse.
What you gonna do now, kid?
Ah, yes, it wouldn't be a 90s family film without a kick to the nuts. Considering it's Sinbad getting kicked, I'm almost willing to remove a sin, but I can't do that. We have the children to think about, and the movie house guests. Also, we have cape, we have no cape. I would try to run after you and intervene with this crazy guy, but I'm kind of really good spot on this parade route. I'm sure you understand. Man, no one even attempts to thwart this son of a bitch from chasing this kid down. I guess Minnesotans really are polite. I'm glad he didn't hit any of these buildings, causing major harm to people and property, all while earning Bruce Wayne's deep disappointment. So, should I send the terrible special effects or the fact that a jetpack built for a parade show would never work like this? Or that Howard survives all this? Or that... who cares? This movie sucks.
Jamie, I got you!
Howard realizes that grabbing Jamie here would put him in more danger than his current situation, right? Because I don't think he does. Is Howard celebrating that he might have murdered Myron? Because I think Howard is celebrating that he might have murdered Myron.
I wish Dad could have been here, you know.
God, this kid is so unobservant that I don't think he deserves a dad.
Howard?
Yeah, let's just overlook everything that's happened up until now and that Jamie is almost dead because of him. I mean, he looks so hot in that suit.
I'm sorry about that little tension we had on the
Hey, it's
So
cool.
pissed.
Sure, I get kidnapped and nearly fall to my death every Christmas Eve. A post-credit scene? Just because the movie featured a flying man in a suit, it ain't Iron Man.
188.
I don't want to go.
Oh, yes, we've been busy, but you know, I like that.
What the hell are you doing on my roof?
The next day, he and 4 other inmates took turns pissing into the bitch's ocular cavities.
Ron, why did you say that?
That's why.
If you had gotten in the backseat of the car, we could have figured this whole thing out.
Come on, what are you, chicken?
Nobody calls me chicken needles. He took him with his foot, and he kicked him.
I'm a person, and my name is Anna.
Wadsworth, am I right in thinking there is nobody else in this house?
Finally! Call me Booger.
That's right, Turtle Man.
many.
Thought you could outsmart me, didn't you?
You are not sending me to the cool.
Oh, God. I'm staying vigilant. I still enjoy this movie. I still love it. It's still number 4 for me. It might move to number 5. But after the pitch meeting and the honest trailer, and now the everything wrong with, yes, there's many issues with it. I understand that. There's many issues with so many movies. This one's fun for me. holds a special place in my heart. Okay, that's all I got to say. It was funny to see how CinemaSins guy was just getting pissed as he kept going through this movie. He had 30 sins on at one point, which I thought was a little bit over the top, but 188 sins. That's a lot. Let's take off 30 though and say 158 sins, because that's I don't go with that 30. Well, let's just say 1 for that, so we'll say 159 sins for this one. Is that still pretty bad? Again, you know I'm relatively new to the CinemaSins, so I haven't seen one that's been more than like 200. Is there one that's more than 200? Is there one that has like so many sins it's just like ridiculous? Let me know, because then I'll watch it and just kind of see how that goes. But this was fun. We did a whole Jingle All the Way day today. Our video as far as my favorite Christmas movie, check that out right up here. The verses, we got that out the way, and now we got this. So I think we did Jingle All the Way some good business today, I think. And I'll be watching the movie probably this week or, tomorrow or whatever. I don't know. I'll be watching it because we watch a Christmas movie every day up until Christmas. Like up to Christmas, we watch a Christmas movie. So the 1st through the 25th, we watch a Christmas movie every night as a family, mostly as a family. My daughter hasn't been with us the last 2 nights so far. She's been tired going to sleep. She's 13. I think she might be getting a little too old for it. I don't know. I don't understand this teen stuff. The teenager phase, it's weird. So it's, I'm still figuring that out, but she hasn't joined us yet. I'm going to make sure she joins us tonight. But yeah, that's kind of how it's been. We have fun with it. We've been doing it for years. So Jingle All the Way will happen at some point, probably this week. Let me know your thoughts on the CinemaSin. Let me know your thoughts, again, on Jingle All the Way. If you haven't left your thoughts on either of the videos that have come out before this today, let me know. Because again, it's my number 4 favorite Christmas movie of all time for me. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because I love what you guys have to say and the different thoughts you have on things I talk about or watch, whatever the case. You guys open my eyes to a lot of different things sometimes. So if you didn't know, you guys help me a lot in a big way. So I appreciate you. Overall, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Members, subscribers, watchers, however you support the channel, it's really awesome. To my hyper crew: Brian Tidwell, Steve-O, Slepnir, Dash Milner, K6013, Daniel Lopez, Portalo Mobile 44, Kratos, William Cooper, Shane Cook, Richie Chester, and Arnon Steelpelt. I appreciate you guys for choosing that top tier crew. Thank you so much. Check out our most popular videos and most recent reaction on this channel. Also check out the description for more content creators and the videos that they have to offer. You can also check out onmymindentertainment.com for the different gear we've got. Have you laughed today? Have you laughed today? It's a really good question. You should check these out. OnMyMindEntertainment.com. You can see all the gear that we have available. If you've seen all that over there, then I'll see you guys in the comments for this. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day. Happy holidays, and I'll see you on the next video.